so this is the footage from the day when my ex tried to kill me. So right here is when I seen the police on my Ring camera. I ran outside. He was sleeping.
Why the police taking all day to goddamn gonna come to the door when she like this?
I ran outside. Fuck, I'm shaking right now. Um, and right here, they're telling me not to go back in, but I'm like, my baby is in there. I have to go back. So they kept telling me to come back, and I'm like, no, I have to get my baby first. Because like once he seen the police, he could have just fucking like tried to snap her neck or something, or try to harm her, take her as hostage or something. So I just ran my ass back in there for my baby. My baby. So yeah, I'll let y'all listen.
Dang, so he tried to unalive her, he tried to kill her, and then he went to sleep? He about to take his ass to jail.
On the next clip that's coming up soon, y'all wouldn't believe what this motherfucker fucking said to me. Like, y'all can't hear him because it's like we're far away from the camera on the next clip that's coming up. But this nigga had a nerve to mouth to me, "Babe, please." Like, bitch, I'm gonna not send you to jail after you just tried to kill me. He got a nerve to say, "Babe, please." First of all, I'm not your fucking babe. You tried to kill me because I said I don't want to be with you. And this nigga got a nerve to say, "Babe, please." Like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, zoom in on that part so y'all can try to see him mouthing the words "babe, please" to me. Like, bitch, this nigga, like, he had some nerve, like, to try to fucking say some shit like that to me. Like, bitch, after you just tried to kill me.
Alright, look. Let's see if we see him say babe please. Look.
Like, what the fuck? That was crazy.
We didn't hear him. I didn't hear him. Alright, so it looks like the police is just searching him, or whatever the case is. I'm not sure if this is her baby's father or not. It just says her ex. You safe now, baby? Police is there.
I almost died in front of my baby. I literally cannot stop thinking about it. My ex, because I told him I don't want to be with him and I wanted him to leave, he jumped out of the bed, grabbed me by my throat, and slammed me into the wall while still holding onto my throat, not letting go until I couldn't breathe. The only reason he let go was because my baby was screaming and she was so scared. And I kept trying to talk, but I couldn't talk. But I kept trying to talk to tell him, like, you scared my baby, like. But he was holding my throat. I got to the point so hard to the point where I couldn't breathe nor talk. But he ended up looking back and seeing that she was scared, so he stopped. And then he said, sit the fuck on the bed. And I said, no. And he pushed me on the bed, and I was sitting on the bed, and he got behind me and scooched all the way behind me and grabbed his arm, how they do in wrestling, and just like he wrapped his arm around my neck. And
I knew it.
Gonna kill me in front of my baby? And he said yes. And then he took his arm and he squeezed my neck so tight to the point where I couldn't breathe. My eyes was like rolling to the back of my head. Look at the aftermath of what he did by choking me to the wall. Look. That is my body.
Damn.
He slammed my body into the wall and broke the wall.
Yeah, get him on up out of there. You doing all that, you need to go to jail, my boy.
But I called the cops. Well, I didn't call the cops right away, obviously. I had to pretend like I forgave him. He was like, well, after, he was like, oh, he's sorry, blah, blah, blah. I pretended like everything was good. And when he fell asleep, I called the cops. And now he's in jail. And hopefully he stays there for the rest of his life. He literally tried to kill me.
I think she did the right thing as far as waiting for the nigga to go to sleep and then calling the police. Because shit, you could have act like you was gonna call the police right there, and he really could have killed her. You know what I'm saying? So I think she did the right thing. Waited till that nigga sleep. You gotta finesse it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I think she did the right thing. Okay, so here's some pictures of the walls. It says, this is the photo of how hard he threw me into the wall. He literally held onto my neck and smashed my body into the wall while continuously squeezing until my eyes rolled to the back. Okay. All right, someone says, why you keep allowing him back if he's such a threat? I don't understand.
As you can see, that he was across the street watching me, stalking me. I came up. He didn't come in front of my camera because he knew I would see him and I wouldn't come home. As you can see, so how the F would I be back with somebody that feel the need to stalk me?
So I'm guessing this is her. I mean, this is him and this is her on the right.
Mind y'all stink coochie business with y'all stink DICK suckers and stay the F out of mine. You see, he tried to take my baby out of the car. What I did. You see that?
Okay, she pushed him.
Dumb garden tools. Ooh, I wish I could snap. I want to snap so bad, but y'all get what I'm saying. Stink coochies.
Okay, she was snapping on the people in the comments. So I guess he tried to take her child out. I'm guessing this is not his child, and you can see him walking up to the car. So she says he was stalking her, and this is him walking up to the car right here. And who is this guy right here who's watering the grass?
These comments making me realize that if y'all were in my situation, a lot of y'all would be unalived right now. Like,
I'm trying to figure out what they saying in the comments. I thought she did the right thing. She waited till the nigga went to sleep, sent his stupid ass to jail. You feel me? Like,
how have y'all not watched enough Lifetime or enough documentaries or freaking, what do they call that, Criminal Minds, to know that when you have somebody that is obsessed with you and holding you hostage or anything like that, the best and smartest thing to do in those situations is to play along to whatever they need to hear. Like,
I mean, what y'all think? I thought, he could really kill her and the baby. So I thought she did the right thing. What else was she supposed to do? Call the police right there so he could snatch the phone out of her hand, bitch, and knock her ass out, goddamn, and kill her for real?
All y'all are saying, oh, I wouldn't have done this, or I wouldn't have done this, or how did this happen? Like, what? Like, y'all sound so dense. Like, what? Y'all would be gone if y'all were me. Like, if I wouldn't have start playing along, like, I would be gone. Like, are y'all not listening to the videos? Do y'all not know why all of this happened in the first place? I said it in the videos. All of this happened because I told him I don't want to be with him. I don't want you here. I don't want to be with you. Please leave. All of that happened because I don't want to be with him, because I won't take him back. Like, are y'all slow? Like, that's the reason why he tried to unalive me. What? Like, if I did not play along and start saying, you know what, I forgive you, and we can try to work on getting back together, I'm willing to try. If I didn't say that and do everything that I did, I would not be here to tell the story. Like, I'm just, like, shocked by the idiocy I'm reading in the comments from all these pick-me females. Like, and I hope this video don't get flagged. But y'all know I'm just gonna have to start using terms. So when I say Caesar, I'm talking about Caesar from Planet of the Apes. And we all know how Caesar from Planet of the Apes look. Okay? Now back to what I was saying. All the girls, the pick-me girls in the comments, all of them look like Caesar. So it makes sense as to why, they're blaming me. Because the situation that I've been praying to overcome, that's a situation that y'all wish y'all could be in, because nobody has ever, been obsessed with y'all, because, you're Caesar, so, but, these girls, boy, it's crazy. But a lot of y'all, y'all are crazy. Y'all have no survival skills at all whatsoever. Like, who in their right mind is gonna tell somebody who's obsessed with them enough to want to unalive them because they don't want to be with them? Who in their right mind would tell that person while they're pissed, oh, I don't want to be with you, this and that and this? Do you, what? How y'all think he fell asleep? You think a person who thought I wasn't going to give him another chance would have fell asleep? No, he fell asleep peacefully because I told him we could try it again. I'm not going to call the cops on you. We could try it again. We could try the relationship out. That's why he fell asleep peacefully, in here sleeping peacefully when the police was called. That's why. Everybody in my comments from the fucking video that I posted that went viral, everybody in my fucking comments talking shit, saying, oh, your dumb ass need to move, blah, blah, blah. I just moved to this place, the one that he was stalking me at. I just moved here 3 weeks ago. Paid $4,000 to move here 3 weeks ago. Mind you, my last and only $4,000 I paid to move in here 3 weeks ago. You don't think I want to move? Duh. I can't. If y'all want me to move so bad, y'all got so much to say, send me the money to move. Send me the money to move. I will move so fucking fast. Send me the money to move. If you care so bad to the point where you gotta talk shit under my videos, send me the money to move. Thank you. Like, boy, I see what these content creators be going through, because, bitch, I'm not even a content creator. I just had a video go viral. And these people in my comments, oof.
Hey, I just want to say this real quick for the content creators, or if you want to be a content creator. And it says when you're going viral, you have to have thick skin, because these people in the comments are something else. Oh, my God. That's very true. Like, I've been on YouTube for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, I got a big YouTube channel called We Hustle Daily, dealing with cars, auctions, and stuff like that. And I used to find myself going back and forth with people in the comments and shit. But you really have to have thick skin. You know what I'm saying? You can't let what nobody say affect you. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about, it's what the fuck daddy say. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, what y'all think about the story time and shit like that? I'd be saying that shit, but it's really what the fuck I think is what daddy say. What daddy say goes around this motherfucker. I told y'all that in another video. What daddy say goes around this bitch. And we all know who the fuck daddy is around this motherfucker. You looking at him right here in the screen, or you listening to him one. You feel me? So if you are gonna do content, don't give a fuck about what people say, man. Matter of fact, don't even look at the comments if you don't have thick skin, because people gonna say shit, bro, and the motherfuckers be wrong too. So that's why I learned a long time ago, fuck what y'all talk about. It's what the fuck Big Play Ray say, nigga.
They is pissing me off so fucking bad. Luckily, I got thick skin. I'm not even gonna turn off the comments. But damn, like, people are so dense nowadays. Like, ugh. Anyways, moral of the video: if you have so much to say, if you care so much that you've taken time out of your day to talk shit under my video, send me the money to move and I will get the fuck on. Fast.
They ain't gonna do that, baby. They ain't gonna do that. Trust me. I tried to say the same thing back in the day. They ain't gonna send shit.
Anyways, today's Mother's Day, and this is my baby daddy. This is him. I miss him so much.
Oh, he must have passed away. Rest in peace.
This is the man who made me a mother. The only man who was able to get me pregnant. I was trying for years to get pregnant and never could. And me and my baby daddy start dating, and he got me pregnant so fucking fast. Only man ever able to get me pregnant. He gave me my Mother's Day gift. I know if he was alive today, he would have splurged on my ass, but I'm grateful that he left me with a piece of him. So, yeah, thank you, baby daddy, for making me a mother. Bye. So, the ex that tried to kill me, when I got home today, I noticed that his car was gone. So, I looked on my Ring camera and tried to see who came to get his car. Like, was it a tow truck or something? I look on it. Yeah, stickers. I look on my Ring camera and I see that it's his mom and I guess his sister and somebody else that came to get his car. Point of me making this video was I watched the video. It was like a whole 2-minute video. And I watched the video, and tell me if I'm wrong. I will post the video so y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But his mom sat there. First she looked at my car. I could tell she probably wanted to do something to my car or something. But she seen my camera. Because she looked at my car, stared at my car, and then looked at my door. And then did it again, and then looked at my door again. And then you could see where she looks at the camera. Visibly upset. My point in making this video was you could tell that she's visibly upset at me. Like, she's mad at me because her son is in jail. Like, that is why men are the way that they are. Because how could you, as a woman, be mad at the woman who almost died by the hands of your son? Like, if I had a son, I would not be mad at a woman for putting my son in jail for trying to unalive her. Like, that is why men are the way that they are. Like, that's 100% why. Like, because of mothers like that. And I hate talking about, like, elderly people, but I just feel like that was so wrong of her. Like, how dare you be mad at me when your son put his hands on me? Your son tried to kill me, and you're mad at me for protecting myself by calling the cops? Like, you're lucky that I didn't use my protection and you would be planning a funeral right now.
Ooh, shit. I ain't know she had no protection. Damn. She could have did that, y'all. She could have.
Like, she don't even know, like, how lucky she is at the fact that my baby was in the house, you know, and he was so close, not in a hurtful way, because, you know, obviously then I would have fucking used it. But he was too close to my baby for me to fire my weapon. Like, and I wasn't gonna fire it in her vicinity, which is why he's not underground right now. But she should be happy that her son is living in a jail cell instead of being 6 feet under. Like, but the fact that she's mad, angry, upset at me, all I did was survive. How are you upset at me and all I did was survive? And your son is in jail from his own doing, from him trying to unalive me. I don't know. Like, if y'all, let me know if y'all want to see the video. I'll post it. But that was so crazy to me. And excuse me, I can't hear, anything from the video, but I seen the mom like staring at my car. Then she's staring at the door. I could tell she wanted to do something. I'm not sure what it was. I don't want to just paint a picture that I don't know what I'm talking about. But from the looks of it, as y'all will see if y'all want to see the video, I can tell she wanted to do something. You know what I mean? And it looks like his sister, was like, no, let's just go. Like, you could tell by the body language, like, it looks like the sister was like, let's just go. I don't know, like, that's so crazy to me. Like, these mothers, like, are the reason. They are the blame for the way that these men are. Like, they are the blame. Like, because they made these men take no accountability. None. Like, that's the problem. And it's not like she don't know her son. She know her son. She know her son is an abuser. She's seen her son abuse a woman before. Like, she know her son has been to jail multiple times. Not just for me, for strangling, abusing other women.
Now, I don't know when she found this information out that her ex was strangling other females or went to jail for doing these things, but I will say that that was a red flag for you not to enter a relationship, you know what I'm saying, with that person. I just did another story, and I think the dude did, what the fuck did he do? And he went to jail for it, and he ended up doing the same thing to her. It was crazy. But yeah, so that's the only thing that I will say. I don't know when she found this information out, but that's definitely a red flag. If you got a nigga that you fucking with, and that nigga got a history of beating bitches, you might want to goddamn get away from him, because he might goddamn whoop your ass. You know what I'm talking about? And most likely he probably is gonna do it.
I'm not the only one. He's been in jail multiple times for the same exact thing. For strangling a bitch. Like, she knows her son. I don't know, that's so crazy. Like, and these men, yeah, these mothers are the reason. Like, what in the actual fuck? I watched that video like 3 times, played it back like 3 times, like, and then I don't trust them. Like, no offense, no racist shit, because I'm half Haitian, so it's not racist. But I especially don't trust Haitians, because bitch, she probably trying to do some voodoo shit on me because her son is in jail for trying to fucking kill me. But God got me so covered, I'm good. Nothing can touch me because I'm God's child. Nothing can touch us because we are God's children. Me and her, we're gonna be good. We are always gonna be good. But it's just crazy. Anyways, the point is, it's the mother's fault. Like, it's 100% the mother's fault. Let's just say he did lie to her and say I put him in jail for no reason. Let's just say that. She 100% know her son is lying, because she 100% know her son. She know him. She has seen him in action. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know if this man got a hold of a phone in jail, or he has people, writing me or whatever. I don't know. But on my other TikTok, if y'all look in the comments, there is people threatening me for him. Like, one page has 0 followers, 0 following, 0 posts. Brand new page that was just made to threaten me. On the video where I posted, this is my ex who tried to unalive me today, somebody wrote under the video and said, I'm next. This is so crazy.
They just trolling,
like,
man.
These men are so, nowadays, like, they're so, like, they want to him so bad. They want to his so bad. Like, and then there's another man under the comment saying, free bro, I want to hear his side. Like, they want to is so bad. Like, this is insane. Like, really, really insane. I really gotta hurry up and move because this is crazy. Like, what? All because he tried to me? He tried to me, not the other way around. And these men, they're just so nowadays, like, ew. God, I gotta move, like.
Yeah, people just ain't got nothing else to do, man. They just probably making accounts. I don't understand what niggas be doing, man. Niggas just fucking broke and just ain't got nothing else to do, I guess. That's all they doing. They just trolling, if you ask me.
Okay, on the viral video where my ex tried to unalive me for not wanting to be with him, I'm gonna, there's a lot of people under that video saying, oh, if you didn't leave him, you wanted to be with him, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna screen record something while me and him were together. I'm gonna screen record that, not on that video that went viral, because we were not together on that one. By then, obviously, I had escaped, got my own place and everything. But before I escaped, got my own place, me and him were together. I was forced to be with him. So I didn't have anyone to vent to because, he said he would kill my family and all that stuff. Crap, I said the K word. He said he would unalive my family and me and all that, whatever. So what I did was I made a fake TikTok account so that I could vent on, because I had so much like anger and hurt inside that I needed to vent. So a lot of you have probably seen that page and probably didn't know it was me because I couldn't, put my face on it back then, because then he would know that it was me and he would have hurt me. So yeah, I'm gonna go screen record it and I'll be back. I'll link it in this video. Yeah, it's just a glimpse of what I was going through while me and him were in a relationship.
Alright, it says, my boyfriend is a bum, a lazy, good for nothing bum. Why am I with him is your question, right? I don't have a choice. I can't kick him out because he's on the lease. I can't move out because every time I try, he threatens me. He just lays here and doesn't work, do anything. I hate him. I don't understand how my boyfriend hasn't got deported. He's been in and out of prison his whole life for multiple crimes. He's so evil and disgusting. Hate him like they need to make new laws or something because he needs to be deported ASAP. Oh my god. Alright, it says, when my boyfriend went to jail, I called ICE so they could deport him. How about they didn't even deport him? Like, what the fuck? He doesn't have a green card anymore and he's been to jail and prison so many times. That's a valid ass reason to deport somebody. The legal system sucks. Y'all are so damn dumb, bro. Obviously, if I'm still in a relationship with someone I hate, that means I can't leave, right? If I could, I fucking would. Duh, I'm trapped. Hence why I want him deported so I can be free. Wait a minute. My boyfriend is the nicest person ever until I try to break up with him. Then all his evil comes flowing out, and he's not all talk. He will do what he says he'll do. He will do what he says he'll do. I know he will because something. Oh, because of all of the things he used to do to me. So now I just play it cool, hoping that he'll get deported or something. I can finally be free of him. Okay, she's just venting at this point. My boyfriend got up and tried to touch on me this morning, and I immediately got nauseous. Fuck. I can't wait until Trump deports his ass. He's only been awake for 30 minutes and he's already smoked about 3 times. Fucking bum. Okay, so she's just been about him getting deported. There's more. So I guess this is her other page that she said she was just, venting. So it looks like, she been trying to, you know, get away from him, but she says she's trapped. He don't do nothing. He's a bum. He's on the lease. So that's what we got going on. Y'all can pause all this to read this. Damn, she wrote a lot, didn't she? She wrote a whole lot. Yeah. I mean, some people, they just, I don't know, man. Some people can't leave, Oh, boom, she escaped. Oh, yeah. Let's go. All right.
For everybody saying get a restraining order, y'all know that I already have a no contact order against him. And to further show you how much, sorry if my mouth sounds spitty, I'm taking my medicine. But to further show you, hold on. To further show you how much he does not care about that, he knows that the police records the jail phone calls. Do y'all know how many times this man has called me within the past few days from jail, knowing that his calls are being recorded? He does not care. He looks at a restraining order like a piece of paper, which it is, but he doesn't care. Like, he called me like 4 or 5 times today. He's been calling me every day. He does not care. Like, so a piece of paper, a restraining order, he does not care about it. Like, I can give him 5 restraining orders. He's still not going to care. So y'all think a man that is calling me from jail for being in jail for violating the restraining order and trying to unalive me, y'all think that if he was out, if he's calling me from jail, y'all think that if he was out, he wouldn't come right back here? Oh, just get a restraining order. I've been had that. And a no contact order.
Yeah, my boy Pretty Bold, he's still calling from jail and shit. He don't give a fuck. Yeah.
He doesn't care. Like, the fact that he knows his calls from jail, any call from jail, they record it. And he still calls. It's crazy. This is like, this life that life has been lifing. Life has been lifing. I regret the day I ever met him. And it's so funny because people are saying, oh, how do y'all even date these kind of men? Do you think I knew that he was that man when I got with him? When I got with him, I told him that my ex hit me before. Like, y'all not gonna believe what this man said. He was like, oh my God,
I never do that. I never hit you, baby. I won't ever hit you. I can't believe he did that. Now, I can't stand niggas that do that. Niggas that do that, they some hoes. They some bitches. That's what he told her.
hate niggas that put their hands on females, blah, blah, blah. He said all that. I swear to God. He was like, I hate a nigga that put their hands on a female. They're a bitch. All that. And he was way worse than that nigga. That nigga just slapped me once. This nigga, bitch, he tried to unalive me. Shit crazy. Remember I told y'all that I think he got a hold of a phone in jail? I was right. Remember I said there was somebody that was threatening me on my other Facebook, on my other TikTok, in my messages. And then there was another guy. And then I said, I don't think the other guy is him, but I'm pretty sure one of those messages is him. And then another message is him, the one that said, you out of line for posting that jail video, something like that. That one. I know that one, so I know the way he talks. Anyways, I found out just now, probably like 5 minutes ago, that I was right, that he got a hold of a phone in jail. Like, my stomach literally just dropped to my pussy. Like, literally. I go, oh, I'm sweating. I go, why won't he just leave me alone? Like, you already fucking tried to kill me in front of my baby. And then now you, like, trying to, like, make sure I'm in fear or something. Or, I don't even know what he's trying to do. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do. Because that's how he has always been. He's always tried to, like, make sure I'm too scared to leave him. Like, or say something that he know would put fear in me. Like, say something like, oh, I'm gonna kill you and one of your family members. Like, say something like that. You know what I mean? Like, the family member part scares me. And then now that I have a baby, the me part scares me too because she needs me. Anyways, I get on TikTok and then I see, I'm going through all the likes and the comments, and I see that I just don't know why he won't leave me alone. I'm going through the comments and the likes, and I see that 6 hours ago there's a like from him on one of my videos, on one of my new videos that I just made like 2 days ago. He just liked the video 6 hours ago. Why do y'all think he did that? I can tell y'all why I think he did it. I know why he did it. I know him. I've known him for years. I know exactly why he did it. But why do y'all think he did it? I think he did it because he knows me. Like, he knows me so well. Like, that he knew that the moment I seen that, I would just, because he knows I have anxiety. He knows I have high blood pressure. Like, he knows all those things. I take medication for freaking high blood pressure. So he knows that as soon as I seen that name, his TikTok saying liked on my video, he knew that I would immediately start freaking out. He did that just so because he wants me to freak out. He wants me to not be comfortable. Because, like, I'm not comfortable right now, but the fact that he's sitting behind bars and he's gonna get out, I know that. But the fact that he's sitting behind bars right now has me in a little bit of comfort. Like, okay, I have about 2 weeks to try to move. I'm comfortable enough to where I'm like, okay, I'm good for 2 weeks, you know, or 3 weeks. Like, I'm good. I got about 2 weeks or 3 weeks until I have to move because he'll probably be out by then. But he wanted to take that peace that I was feeling, that little bit of peace that I was feeling, he wanted to take that away. Because right now he's uncomfortable because he's in jail. So he wanted to make me uncomfortable as well. Like, I'm the one that tried to kill me. You're the one that tried to kill me. I didn't try to kill you. You're in jail for trying to kill me. That's what I never understood about him. Like, every time he would come back and say some shit to force me to be with him, he would always bring up, you know, like some shit. Like, oh, you did this, you called the police, you did this. And I'm like, because of you. If you wouldn't have hurt me, I wouldn't have had to do that. If you would leave me alone, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. If you wouldn't tell me I'm gonna kill you, or you wouldn't fucking hide in the bushes, like when I moved to my mom's house, like running from him, he was hiding. He was hiding in the bushes. I went outside to go to the store or something. I don't remember what it was. I went outside to go to the store or something. I had left him alone, stopped answering his phone calls. Felt like I was good. What, baby? Oh. I felt like I was good. Wasn't answering on his phone call. I'm like, okay, he's not gonna bother me here with my family. I go outside and this nigga, he calls me, like private or something. And he called me from a different number or something to where I answered the phone. And tell me why this nigga say, like, he's looking at me. And I'm like, you're lying. And he like, I seen you walk outside with your mom. He was telling me things that was happening. He was like, you just walked outside with your mom and you went back in and she went back in and then you walked out by yourself. He was fucking looking at me and I don't know from where. I'm looking around, I don't see him. Do you know how fucking scary that is, knowing that he really can get to me whenever he wants to? Like, he really, it's in my brain, I know he's not. But my brain, because of the things that he has done, my brain convinced me that he's some type of superhuman. I'm not lying. I swear to God. My brain convinced me that he is some type of super fucking human. Like that's why I didn't pull out my gun. Like, that's exactly because my baby was right there. Like, if my baby was at my mom's house or something, I would have risked it. But I didn't pull out my gun because I'm like, okay, what if I shoot it and then my gun, like, it jams or something, and then he just comes at me full speed, grabs the gun, and then my baby gets hurt in the midst. That's why I have a gun. The only reason why I didn't pull it out was because of that. Like, but next time I know he's watching this video. Next time, there won't be a next time. There is no way in hell my daughter is ever gonna be scared. That look that she had in her face when she almost seen me die, there's no way that I'm ever gonna see that look again. Never. So you liking my videos and stuff, it bothered me, yeah. But it didn't scare me. Because the next time you come back, you're never gonna leave. You're not gonna leave. Hopefully I won't be living here when he does get out. But if I don't get the money to move and I have to be here when he does get out, if he ever comes here again, I know what he's coming for. I know he's coming to finish the job. And he won't be leaving. Hi. Uh-oh. Say hi. Say hi. Come on. Yeah, but I didn't got off topic. The point of this video was he's in my life, y'all. From my video that I made like a day or two ago. He liked that video. No, princess, put that back. He liked it. I just want to be left. There's literally almost 1 million people on my video that went viral. That is insane. But with that comes a lot of rude people, and there's a lot of nice people. There's a lot of people who don't understand, and sadly there's a lot of people who do understand. I hate that there are so many women that understand. You know, I hate, you know, getting ridiculed, obviously, but I also hate that there's a lot of women in the comments who are like understanding what I'm going through because they have been through it. That sucks so bad that there's so many men in this world that have put other women through the same thing I'm going through. But I'm making this video, you know, because I can see that the people that are not trying to be rude, but they do have questions. I can see that they don't understand. And, you know, I get that because those videos are just clips. You know, it's just a clip of what happened. Like, I didn't put no backstory. Like, you know, I put a backstory for that day, but, you know, nobody knows except a few people that have came in my inbox that I've conversed with. Only they know, you know, the inside and outs of everything. So basically, I'm making this video to like give y'all a more in-depth like view at the whole thing. And when y'all see that, you know, y'all are gonna see that there's fault in me too, for being so scary. It's my fault. Like, it's obviously the whole thing is not my fault. It's his fault for, you know, threatening me. It's his fault for making me afraid of him. It's his fault for trying to unalive me in front of my baby. But a lot of it is my fault too, because I've been so scared to the point where yeah. Okay. Sorry that I was talking to y'all on the toilet. But, okay, where do I start? Hold on. Okay, I know where I'll start. Because this is kind of where everything began. I'll start at my baby daddy. He's not my baby daddy, for those of y'all who don't know. Y'all probably do know because, you know, once you go to my page in my bio, you see rest in peace, baby daddy. I have one child. Okay, so we'll start at my baby daddy. He was afraid of my baby daddy. So, I think that is why, I'm pretty positive that is why he never tried, you know, to harm me back then or anything like that. Like, he was just good, you know, like good to me. So, me and my baby daddy, we tried very hard for my daughter. We tried very hard for our daughter. Like, I wanted a baby for so long, and my baby daddy wanted to get me pregnant for a long time. So we tried, and we got pregnant. I got pregnant. Hold on. Okay, I had to lay down because I feel so sick, but I'm gonna muscle through this story. So, yeah, he was afraid of my baby daddy. I could tell, you know, because, you know, he was still, you know, trying to get me back at that time. But he wasn't doing it in a, you know, evil way how he is nowadays. So, you know, he was being super nice, blah, 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 super sweet, stuff like that. I broke up with my baby daddy when I was 5 weeks pregnant because he said, like I told y'all, we had been trying for a child, and my baby daddy, once I got pregnant, you know, he said some shit that made me be like, okay, I'm done with you, because basically he was saying, long story short, he said, basically, now that you're pregnant, I know I got you forever, so I don't gotta do everything I was doing before to keep you. That's what he basically said to me. So once he said that, I broke up with him because, you know, he stopped doing, you know, everything that he was doing before because he felt like, you know, he had trapped me because I had his baby now. So I broke up with my baby daddy when I was 5 weeks pregnant. And then I was so sick when I was pregnant, you know, I needed this medicine. It was like $100 some odd, like, without insurance, and I didn't have a job at the time. So I called my ex. I called the same guy, the one that's in jail right now. I called him to get the medicine for me, you know, to help me out. He came over, he bought the medicine, he picked up the medicine for me, brought it to me. He cleaned my house, took the dogs out. You know, he was just so helpful. He took care of me my whole 9 months of pregnancy, 10 months. He took care of me my whole pregnancy, catered to me my whole pregnancy. And, you know, he was just there, and he was just like, you know, you don't need your baby daddy, like, he was like, that will be my baby. I'll just tell everybody that's my baby. You don't need him. You know, we could just raise this baby together. So that was a plan, you know. But, you know, when I had the baby, my baby daddy wanted to be in our daughter's life. So, you know, obviously I'm not the type of woman to keep a man away from his baby. So obviously I didn't stick to that plan. So, you know, me and my baby daddy, we, you know, made arrangements and agreements for him to spend time with the baby. So, and my ex, he didn't like that, obviously. He was like, oh, he wasn't there for you when you were pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. This is still his child. So, my baby daddy was a good father to our daughter. He was a great father. So, yeah, obviously I didn't keep him away from our daughter. Like, so me and my ex, the one who's in jail, we'll just call him M. Me and M,
We lived together. We had moved in together when I was pregnant, and we lived together, all after that. So, damn, this story is already at 7 minutes, so I'm gonna have to make a part two. But yeah, we lived together, and my baby daddy, he would come over, or I would go to his house, and or when he was staying with his sister, I went to his sister's house, so that he could see our daughter. Like, I made sure that my baby was, able to spend time with her biological dad. So, yeah. So long story short, um, my baby daddy passed away when my baby was 7 months old. Uh, he was killed at work at his job. Um, yeah, and then after that, everything was still good with me and M, my ex. Everything was still good with us. But I had fell out of love with him, you know. But the only reason I was still with him was because, I felt bad for leaving him after he was there for me during my whole pregnancy and even after my baby was born. Like, he literally treated my baby as she was his own. So, that's why I stayed. And I used to tell my therapist that I'm like, I don't love him, but I feel obligated to stay because he was there for me. So, talking it out with my therapist, she's like, that's not a reason to stay in a relationship where you're not happy. So, I end up telling my ex M. I end up telling him, how I felt. This was okay. I'm skipping part. So, my baby daddy died. Yeah. So, before all the feelings came about, before I realized I wasn't in love with him anymore, blah blah blah, he signed for my baby. So basically, legally, M is my daughter's father. He signed for her. Um, so biologically, obviously, my daughter's father is passed away, but legally, um, M is her father. You know, I let him. Basically, he legally adopted her. So she had two dads because her biological dad is dead, and then M is legally her father. So M is her father biologically. Eddie is her father. That's my baby daddy who passed away. So everything was still, the same. After my baby daddy passed away, then my baby only had one dad now, which was M. He legally signed for her. He was still taking care of her as if she was his own. You know, um, and then months go by, and I, talk to my therapist, tell my therapist, how I don't love him anymore, blah blah blah. So she's like, and then I was telling my grandma that too, actually. And my grandma was like, Deja, that's no reason to stay in a relationship. Um, so I ended up telling him, I told him, I was like, we're still going to be co-parenting with Hope. That's my baby's name. We will still co-parent with Hope. You could still be her dad. I'm not trying to take her away from you, but I don't want to be with you anymore because I don't love you. I want to break up. And from that day, from the day that I said that, my stomach just dropped just now, like from that. But from the day that I said that, everything changed. Like, everything. Like, that was the day that I found out that I could not leave him. Oh, from the day that I said that, first he tried the normal way. He's like, please, I love you. I want to be together, blah, blah, blah. And first he was trying it that way. And I was like, no, I don't love you. I'm sorry. Like, we could still just be co-parents, blah, blah, blah. And then he flipped. Like, from that day, he was just like, you're not leaving me. You're not going to be with nobody else. I will kill you before I let you leave. Like, it's like a whole switch flipped. Like, he went to saying, like, I'll kill you and one of your family members if you leave me, blah, blah, blah. He just made sure I knew that I couldn't leave. And after that, it was just a whirlwind of planning to try to leave, like planning to try to escape. Because, whenever I would actually try to leave, he would stop me, he would take my keys, he would push me, make me lay down, he would throw me down, he wouldn't let me leave. He would get so evil, so evil. Like, he would tell me, like, he would be like, you're gonna, like, if you leave, you would die 3 days later. He would tell me stuff like that. He'd be like, you will die 3 days later, but before you die, you're gonna notice that one of your family members gets sick, and then they're gonna die, and stuff like that. And I was so fucking scared, like. And then I was telling my grandma everything. One time my grandma was on the phone and she heard everything that he was saying. How he said he would kill me and one of my family members. And my grandma was still telling me, she was like, Deja, just leave him. And, he's not going to do nothing. But me, I know him. Like, I know how he has, like, he hurt me when I was trying to leave. Like, he beat me, spit on me. Like, I knew that he was serious. So I stayed. And I just secretly planned, in my head how to escape. The whole time that we were together, I had to pretend like everything was okay. I couldn't let him know that I was trying to put him in jail. I couldn't let him know that I was, trying to record evidence to make a case against him. Obviously, I couldn't let him know that, so I had to act normal. I had to, pretend like I still cared. I had to, if I was too nice, then he would have known, like, something was off, because he literally said that. He was like, one time he was like, you being too nice, like, I don't trust you. Like, I know you got something planned, and I will kill you first. So I had to play it so good to where I had to act jealous. Like, I had to, I had to just play my part. So, I still acted the same. I acted normal. I would still argue and yell, to seem passionate, to seem like I still cared. I would still text, when he's out, like, making sure, like, oh, are you okay? You haven't called me in like an hour. Just checking on you. I had to just do everything strategically to not make anything seem off, while in the meantime I was planning my escape. And then during that, I was contacting lawyers, trying to find out how do I get him legally off of my daughter, and then they told me, they're like, even though he's not biologically her dad, the fact that, legally he signed for her, he has rights. So I was talking to lawyers. I was just secretly planning my escape. God, I don't feel good. So how I ended up escaping at first. And y'all will see this on my page, because I posted from the fake page that I made. I posted all the things that I would vent about, because I made a fake page to vent, because I couldn't vent to him and tell him how I was planning my escape and I hated him and stuff like that. So I vented on a fake page, just letting out all my thoughts that I wanted to say to him. I don't feel good. I have to lay down. I'll finish this later. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, made that page, vented on it for a while. And then this one girl on that fake page that I made venting, she wrote me in my inbox, and she said, pretend like your landlord evicted you. That's how you escape. And like, I thank God for whoever that girl was, because that was the smartest thing ever. So what I did was, one day when he was gone, I called my landlord, and I said, I told him what was happening. I said, I'm in a relationship that, my boyfriend, He's been forcing me to be with him. You know, he said that if I were to leave him, you know, he would kill me, and he would go to all my family members' house and stalk them until he finds me, if I ever try to leave, and then kill one of my family members, stuff like that. So I told him, I was like, the only way I can get away, you know, without him knowing that I'm trying to escape him is for you to evict us, because then we have no choice but to go our separate ways. He goes to his mom's house and I go to my mom's house. So that's what we did. The landlord, he was like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that for you. So the landlord evicted us. I don't remember the reason, but he found a way to evict us. And he went to his mom's house and I went to my mom's house. But before that happened, so the day that we were like, he was packing all my ex and he was putting all my stuff inside of my car, and he was putting the last basket in my car, and then he sat down, and I was supposed to be going to my mom's house to drop all my stuff off, but I was never gonna come back. He sat in the car and he said, no, you're not leaving. Like, I got a feeling if you leave, like, you're never gonna come back to me. He said that. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, we're just gonna stay at our mom's house until we get an apartment, until we get another apartment. And then he went to snapping. He's like, no, you know, he's like, you're not fucking leaving. Like, we'll figure out somewhere else to leave, but you're not leaving because I know you're not gonna come back to me, blah, blah, blah. So the door was open. So I'm like, yes, I am. I have to go to my mom's house and you go to your mom's house. So he was going to the other side. He was like, you're not fucking leaving. He was going to the other side to take my baby out of the car. So while the door, not my baby's side of the door, but the other side of the door, while that door was wide open, as soon as he walked to the other side, I just drove off. I hit the gas so fucking fast. Like, I didn't think, oh shit, it's almost 10 minutes again. So, yeah, I hit the gas so fucking fast. I just sped off with my fucking car door wide open. Just sped off. And then I drove like 10 minutes away and I parked anywhere. I forgot. I parked at like some gas station or something. And I had to breathe because I was so scared. I was freaking out. I'm like, fuck, the plan wasn't supposed to go like this. I was freaking out because that wasn't the plan. Like, the plan wasn't to let him know that I'm running, because I know that he would, if he knew I was running, he would find me. He would find one of my family members. He knows where all my family members live. So I was freaking the fuck out because I'm like, fuck, this wasn't the plan. Like, now he knows that I was trying to run away from him. Now he's gonna be extra evil. He's probably gonna try to come find me and kill me. Like, I was freaking out. I was crying. Like, my baby in the backseat sleep. I'm just crying. Like, I felt like my chest was about to fucking explode. And I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? What do I do now? I'm just talking to myself. So then I called the cops. I'm just like, fuck. I called the cops and I asked them for advice. So I told them the story. I told them everything that's been going on for the past few months. And I said, what do I do? Like, the plan went to shit. What do I do? And the cop said, I remember it was like I think like 5 p.m. It was like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. something like that. No, it was like 5 p.m. It was late. It was late. It was like 4 p.m. I believe. Yeah, it was like 4 p.m. I believe, something like that. 3, 4, 5 p.m. between those times, because I remember the cop said, he was like, go get a restraining order. Like, you know, now that he knows your plan, you know, whatever. Like, the only thing you can do now is go get a restraining order. So, he was like, you can go there. He gave me the address. He said, tell them you want an emergency restraining order. So, I'm like, fuck, I know that's not going to work with him. He's not going to care about it. But I listened to the officer. I was like, okay, thank you so much. So, I hung up. I sat there. I contemplated for like 10, 15 minutes, like, whether I should go get the restraining order or whether I should go back home to him. Because I have to let you inside of my brain to know why. Because y'all going to be like, how stupid are you? Like, y'all don't understand the fear. So, contemplated, I'm like, fuck, should I go get a restraining order or should I just go back home to him until I find out a better way to escape? Like a nicer way to escape, you know? Because if I did it in that type of way, like, then he would be super evil. But if I found a nice way to escape, you know, he wouldn't be evil. Because the only time he was evil was when I wanted to leave him. Other than that, he fucking catered. He fucking would fucking kiss the ground that I walk on. Except when I tell him, I don't want to be with you. Then he would get evil, try to fucking hurt me, this and that, that and this. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, should I go back home to him? Or should I just go get the restraining order? Like, I'm trying to think which one is safer. Because I know if I go get the restraining order, he's not going to care about that. He's still going to stalk me. He's going to come to my mom's house or wherever I'm at and find me and make me be with him again. He doesn't care about a piece of paper. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to take a chance. So I went down to the courthouse. I got the restraining order. I told them everything that happened. They granted the restraining order. Like I said, he didn't give a fuck about it. He was hiding inside the bushes at my mom's house. When I walked outside, you know, he was hiding like behind trees. He didn't give a fuck. He was still calling my phone. He didn't give a fuck, like no fucks. And I think I told y'all in one video, me and my mom went to Publix, and he had been calling me all that day, and I didn't answer, obviously. It was a blocked number, so I knew it was him, so I didn't answer. So when me and my mom came back from Publix, my mom went in the house, and I forgot where I was going, but I was going somewhere else. So I was walking outside, and I get a call from a regular number, and I pick it up, and it's him. And he just starts describing to me what I'm wearing. He was like, I can see you. And I'm like, you're fucking lying. He was like, I can see you. You just took your mom in the house, and now you're leaving, and whatever. I'm like, oh my fucking, like, my heart immediately fucking dropped. Oh my God. So my brain just went into like fight or flight, like mode. And I just like, my brain just started fucking spinning. I felt like I couldn't breathe. So I thought on my feet. I'm like, oh fuck, just talking about it. I just thought on my feet. I'm like, fuck, like he's here. Like I'm looking around. I couldn't fucking see him, but he sees me. So I thought on my feet, and I'm just like, okay, pretend. Like, I just start pretending. So once he came out, you know, he stopped hiding. I seen where he was hiding. He was hiding like behind some trees and shit. So I'm like, fuck. I just start pretending. I was so fucking scared. I just start pretending. I'm like, you know, he's coming up to me or whatever. And I'm just acting like I'm not scared. I'm not trying to alert him that I'm terrified. You know, I just started pretending, you know. And he got in my car. I was walking to my car. He got in my car. And that's when we drove to my old house where I made my landlord evict us from. Hold on. Okay. So, let's back up. Let's rewind for a second. Because now I remember where I was going. The CPS lady had called me. Because I believe it was the first day, I don't remember, I don't want to lie, but the day that I tried to leave him, one of the days where I tried to leave him, so that was the first day. That day when I tried to leave him, you know, I got in my car, whatever, said I was going to my mom's house. He wouldn't let me go. That was the first day. I'm skipping so many parts because it's just so much stuff. But let me backtrack for a second. So one day when I tried to leave him, I said I was going to my mom's house. He wouldn't let me leave. So I had my baby in the car. He took my keys. He hurried up and got in the car, grabbed my keys, and then took my baby out of the car. And he's like, you're not fucking leaving. So I told him, I was like, I didn't tell him that I was trying to leave him, which I was. But I told him, I was like, I think I seen a rat. And he knows, and everybody knows that my biggest fear in the world is rats. So, he was like, you're not fucking leaving. I don't care. I know you're not going to come back, whatever. So once he took my keys and then took my baby in the house, and he's like, you might as well bring your ass in the house because you're not going nowhere. So I called the cops, and I told the cops, I was like, I want to leave, and my boyfriend is stopping me from leaving, and he took my keys and he took my baby, but before he went in the house, he seen me on the phone with the cops, because I told him, I was like, I'm going to call the cops. So he seen that I was on the phone with the cops. I told him, everything that happened. I'm like, he won't let me leave. He has my baby, whatever. So he's standing there watching me call the cops on him. So then after I got off the phone with the cops, he walked in the house with my baby and the keys. And then I went in the house and, to make sure my baby was okay. And I'm like, give me my baby. And he's like, no. I knew he wasn't going to hurt her though, obviously. He was trying to get me to not leave him. So I'm like, I just want to go, whatever. He's like, no, you're not leaving. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so, yeah. I walk in the house, he's cradling my baby. She was asleep. He's cradling my baby, whatever. And I'm like, I just want to leave, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, you're not leaving. So we're waiting on the police at that time. So I walk back outside, to call the police, see where they at, what's going on, whatever. How about, and I didn't find this out until the cops came. This man will go to the lengthiest lengths to make sure I don't leave him. After I called the cops on him, he went inside to call the cops on me. He called the cops and said that I pulled my gun out on him. Yep. He tried to send me to jail because I didn't want to be with him. He'd rather see me dead or in jail rather than with somebody else. He lied to the cops and said that I pulled a gun out of them. Yeah, so he lied to the cops. After I made the call on him, he went inside and made a call after that and told the cops that I pulled out my gun on him. Thank God there was a woman cop there that did not believe him. Thank the Lord, because I would have been in jail for a fucking lie. All because I don't want to fucking be with him and I wanted to leave. Like, he fucking called the cops on me after I called the cops on him and lied and said I put my gun on him. Like, and the men cops there, like, I could tell that they were just so ready to arrest me. Like, they came there, like, okay, so let me tell y'all how I found out that he did that. They came there and they're like, so I'm like, hi, officers, I'm the one who called, can y'all just get my keys and my baby so I can go? And they're like, stay right there, put your hands up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, where's your weapon? I'm like, in my car, why? And they're like, and they didn't even have to answer the why. Immediately when they said, where's your weapon? I was like, I just knew, because I know him. I know how fucking evil he is. You want the beans, baby? Mommy help you. I'll pour it out for you. Put the beans right there. They're hot. You gotta blow it. There you go. There you go. More. Hot tea. Okay. You got it? You gotta blow it. It's hot, baby. Okay. All done. Okay. Good job. Good job. Okay, eat the beans right there, baby. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so yeah. Immediately when they said that, I was like, I just knew, like, that he had something to do with it, because how the fuck do they know I even have a weapon? Anyways, thank God that woman cop was there that didn't believe him. He ended up admitting, and I don't understand why they didn't arrest him, but he ended up admitting to the cops that he was lying. Jesus, this man is fucking crazy. He ended up admitting, and I'm like, I'm looking at him like as he's fucking lying, because all I'm thinking about, I wasn't even thinking about going to jail. All I'm thinking about is I'm gonna have to fucking sleep without my baby for the first time in my life, because I'm gonna be in fucking jail. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, why? Like, I'm mouthing to him like, why did you lie on me? Like, what are you doing? Like, and then he looks at me like this, like with a evil, devilish look on his face, like it's just a straight face, just devilish face on his look, on a devilish look on his face. So he was, God, he's a fucking devil. I hate him. Yeah, so luckily the cop, that woman cop, because I'm pretty sure those male cops did, luckily that woman cop believed me. So she took my gun, which was like, I understand why she took it, but it's just so fucked up that now I don't have any gun to fucking, like, to have with me, like in case somebody tried to rob me or something. Now I don't even have my fucking protection or something. So she took my gun and she was like, I have to take your gun, you know, because he said that or whatever. But they didn't take me to jail. So they gave me my baby. And I ended up leaving. They made him give me my keys and I ended up leaving. And while all this is going on, like, so when he seen that they wasn't arresting me and all that, whatever, this nigga went to saying, honey bun, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you still gonna let me see Hope? This and that. And I'm just like, I'm literally looking at this bitch like, are you fucking crazy? Like, you just did all this evil shit because I wanted to fucking leave. Like, and you really got a nerve to just flip the script that fucking fast and go to saying, oh, honey bun, I'm sorry. Like, are you gonna let me see Hope? I'm so sorry. Like, just... So, anyway, we stayed on that topic too long. I forgot how we even got there. Beans right there, baby. Beans right there. I forgot how I even got on that topic. But, damn, let me think. Okay. I remember how we got on that topic. Okay, the CPS lady. So from that situation right there, they involved CPS, obviously. Which was so fucking crazy to me because I've never had CPS involved in my baby. My baby she's the most spoiled, loved baby. Everybody in my family, everybody that knows me knows that she's the most spoiled, loved baby ever. I tried for 10 years to have her. I would do nothing to risk losing her in any type of way. Everything that I did, one of the reasons why I stayed with him, like, for as long as I did, was because of her. Because I was so scared of him that, like, I didn't want him to be alone with her. So, like, you know, what he was threatening me, he was fucking, I don't know, we'll get to that. But, yeah, so, the day that he was hiding in the bushes at my mom's house, he got in my car. I played it cool, act normal, whatever. I was supposed to meet the CPS lady at my house, and he also was supposed to meet the CPS lady at my house. Turns out he was fucking at my mama's house, hiding in the fucking bushes. So we drive back to my house, you know, meet the CPS lady there. So, you know, they talk to us separately. And when it was my turn to talk, we go in the house to talk. I turn off the cameras. I had cameras in the house for him. But every time he would turn off the camera, every time he would do something evil, he always turned off the cameras immediately. So I have very few video evidence, but I do have a few. But I have very few video evidence because when he knew he would do something evil, he would turn off the cameras. But yeah, so we meet the CPS lady there. So I'm talking to the lady, and there's a cop with her. If y'all know how CPS works, they bring a cop with them. There's a cop with her, and she was, you know, asking me about the situation. And the cop there, he was so nice. He was like, I told her what was going on, how he lied to the cops, saying I pulled out a gun on him. You know, I was just telling her everything that was happening. So the cop that was with her, he was like, yeah, we have him on recorder admitting that he lied. You know, I guess he told the cops that he lied because I hurt his feelings, because I told him that I didn't love him and I didn't want to be with him, stuff like that. So I guess I didn't even know that was his reason, but that was his reason for lying on me, because apparently I hurt his feelings, because I was harsh. Because when I get mad, like when you're forcing me to fucking stay with you, then all of my words fucking come out. So I told him, I was like, how the fuck, like, how do you force me? Like, when I was, like, yelling at him, I'm like, how could you even want to be with somebody that is begging you to leave them? I'm like, do you know, like, when you touch me, my skin literally crawls. Like, I want to throw up when you fucking touch me, when you fucking kiss me. Like, how dare you try to, like, force me to be with you? Like, how do you try to force somebody to be with you that tells you daily that they don't love you? I said all that to him, you know, before he called the cops, obviously. So I guess he ended up telling the cops that the cop that was there with the CPS, he ended up telling me, we have him on recording, you know, saying that he lied on you. So, yeah, whatever. So, what happened? Yeah, so I ended up telling the cops, so the CPS lady, she was like, yeah, I forgot how we got on the subject, but she basically told me that he told her that he got to our house by train. And I told her, I was like, no, he was stalking me outside of my mom's house, and he came here with me. And the officer was in the back looking like, wow, this nigga just lies so fucking much. Because I guess he told the officers that he took the train to get there. I'm like, no, he rode here with me. You know, while he's lying to the fucking cops, I'm telling them all the truth. So, yeah, they ended up closing that CPS case the same day because, you know, they looked at my house, clean, you know, baby well-fed, no marks on her. She's never been abused, anything like that. You okay, baby? So, after all of this, I ended up writing his sister. I wrote his sister. And I deleted all the messages, obviously, after I wrote her. But I wrote her. And I just wrote her a long-ass message, told her everything that's going on. I'm like, you know, we're going to call him M. I'm like, M is forcing me to be with him. You know, like, he's been threatening me, saying he's going to kill my family. And I was telling her, I was like, I don't love him. I don't want to be with him. I just want to be free. Like, I want to be free of him. I was telling her, I'm like, please have your mom talk to him, your brothers, somebody, just help me get free of him. So she never wrote me back. She read the message, but she never wrote me back. But what I did find out is that she relayed that message to his brother. Because his brother was calling him, I guess, to tell him, you know, what was going on. So, yeah, his brother ended up calling him, you know, I guess telling him, like, why are you forcing this girl to be with you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So, he ended up saying, I don't know if he said this to his brother, but he ended up saying to me, he was like, you know, I don't give a fuck about what none of them have to say. He was like, I don't give a fuck if my mom told me to leave you alone, I'm not doing it. He was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Basically, that's what he was saying to me. So, that didn't work. He was like, whatever they say, go in and out one ear. So, that avenue fucking failed. Yeah, so, once he, you know, stopped me at my mom's house, whatever, I ended up, I talked to my mom, actually. I cried to her, and I was like, I don't want to be there with him. Like, I told her, I was like, I don't want to go back home, you know, I just want to be, I want to be free of him, you know. I told her everything that was going on, and, I was just crying. I was like, I don't want to go back. And I was like, I want to just, you know, do the restraining order away, you know, just stay away from him like that, and, you know, just hide, you know, whatever. And then she was like, well, he know where we all live at, blah, blah, blah. So she basically told me, she was like, I think it'll be best for you to just go back home and plan your escape, you know, while living with him. I didn't think that was a good idea, but yeah, so she ended up telling me, she was like, you know, I think, my mom, she was like, I think the best route is for you to go home and just, you know, plan your escape like that. So I did. I went back home, played like everything was good, you know, crying every fucking day. Oh, I'm about to cry just thinking about how fucking miserable I was. I was so fucking miserable. You done, baby? All done? You want some fish? It's fish in there too, baby. Mommy bought you some fish, see? You love fish. Mommy bought you this fish. See? Good job. Yeah, so, I was so fucking miserable. Like, I love God. I pray all the time, but I was praying, like, I was, you know how you get down on your knees? I got down on my knees on the floor every fucking day. I would even do it in front of him. He didn't even know that I was getting down on my knees. He had never seen me do that before. He's seen me pray, but he has never seen me drop to my knees every single day. I dropped to my knees every single day. I was praying, like I was praying. In my brain, I was praying on my knees. I'm like, God, please find a way to get me out of this situation safely. Like that was my prayer every single day. I'm like, God, please find a way to get me safely out of the situation where I'm not looking behind my back, where I'm not worried about my family being hurt, where I'm not worried about myself being hurt. I was miserable, and then I was getting mad at God too, because I'm like, God, it's taking so long, because months went by. Months went by of me pretending like everything was fine, you know, texting, having to sleep with him. Like, I would go as long as I can without sleeping with him, but it would get to a point where he would just take it sometimes. Where he would just keep going, and he wouldn't stop pulling on my pants until I just let go. So I just laid there, and all done. Put it right there, baby. I don't know, that shit was crazy. That was the worst few months of my life. That was the worst few months of my life. But yeah, months. So that was that time frame where I was venting on that page. Just praying to God, like, please God, find a safe way to get me out of this situation. Nothing like that. And how I kept him nice, because I'm not a liar. I'm not gonna lie and say he was evil and beating me every day. As long as I pretended like I wasn't gonna leave him, I don't give a fuck if I cursed him out. I could curse him flat out and be like, fuck you, nigga, I hate you. Like, he would still be nice. He would kiss my ass up until I said, I'm leaving. So the only way that he stayed nice is the whole time, no baby, the whole time I didn't say I'm gonna leave you. I made sure not to let him think or not to even say that I'm leaving you or I'm planning to leave you. So although it was hard fucking few months, it was, you know, I wasn't getting beaten, you know, because I didn't tell him I was trying to leave him. But hold on, let me gather my thoughts. Okay, yeah, this story is everywhere, y'all. I'm so sorry if it's so out of order. I'm so sorry, but my brain I kind of have ADHD, so my brain goes from here to here to here. So now we will go back to, you know, when I left, and that's, you know, what I was telling y'all in the first part of the story. That's how I left, which was with the eviction shit. So yeah, sorry about the story being everywhere. So yeah, so the eviction shit ended up working. That was the second time. Mind you, y'all probably lost because this story is everywhere. So the eviction shit was the second time I tried to leave. That was when I successfully left. The first time I tried to leave is when he lied to the cops and said I pulled out the gun on him. Remember, keep up, y'all. That's when I went to my mom's house for the first time. He stalked me until I came back. You know, that was the first time. Second time was with the eviction shit. That's when I finally left. You know, when I finally was able to escape. When the landlord evicted us, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. I even confused myself. The stories everywhere. So, yeah, the second time was with the eviction. So, yeah, with the eviction, you know, obviously, I got the restraining order. He didn't give a fuck. He was still stalking, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So, by that time, he was still staying in our apartment because even though the landlord evicted us, he was still staying there. I don't know why, but he was still staying there. And I know that because the landlord was texting me saying, hey, I thought he was supposed to be leaving too. He hasn't paid, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I thought he left too, He didn't leave until he got arrested. And I will tell y'all how he got arrested. It's because, of violating a restraining order. So he was still stalking me. He was still calling, texting, whatever. He was threatening me, all type of shit. So, I was talking to someone, the lady, I'm not gonna say her name, but, she's, one of the people who, help, put them in jail and shit. So I was talking to her. So, yeah. So, he went to threatening me and shit like that. Obviously, I'm scared shitless because, he didn't give a fuck about the restraining order. He's still stalking, doing everything. What mainly scared me was the part about, killing one of my family members. He said that he would, unalive. God, I hope I didn't make all these videos for no reason because I said that K-I-L-L word so many times instead of saying unalive. But the part that scared me, was when he was saying he would unalive one of my family members because he stalked, mind you, while I had the restraining order on him, he stalked my aunt's house, he stalked my other aunt's house, he stalked my mom's house, he stalked every house until he found out where I was hiding, which was at my mom's house, which he didn't know that until he started stalking. So he went to every one of my family members' house, my grandma's house, every one of my family members' house until he found me. Literally. It sounds like a movie. It sounds probably like a lie, but it's not. I have proof of everything. He went to every single person's house. So that is why, y'all see, I believe when he said, I will unalive one of your family members too. Why do you think I believe that? He knows where all of them live at. We were together, for a while. He knows where everybody lives at. So, yeah, he went to stalking everybody until he found me. He found me, scared me again. He's showing me, he's like, wherever you go, I can get to you. I can get to any one of your family members easily. And he started telling me, what my grandma was wearing when he seen her, what my cousins were wearing when he seen them. He was just naming shit to me, telling me, I can easily get to them too. So, he scared me into, starting back to communicating with him. So, I thought about it. I'm like, after a while of us communicating, I'm like, fuck, I got a restraining order and I still have to fucking talk to him and shit like that. I'm like, what can I do? Shit like that. So I'm like, you know what? I could fucking call the cops. And I think he would go to jail for even fucking contacting me. And he did. He went to jail. The cop that came there, he blamed me, obviously. I don't know why all male cops are like that. But, he was like, you were in contact with him. And I'm like, I answered some phone calls. You see that he called me a million times and I answered 1 or 2 phone calls. How many times he called me private? I barely fucking answer. I'm like, do you know what fear means? I'm like, I'm in fear of making him more mad. Me ignoring his phone calls, do you know what's in my brain? In my brain, I thought he would come fucking blow up my mama's house or something. For me making him more mad by fucking ignoring him. Do you know, you're a cop. In all your years of being a cop, have you not heard of fucking fear? Anyway, he ended up going to jail. And then, funny thing is, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that on here. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that part alone. Yeah. So, fuck, my brain's everywhere. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, I'm not gonna say too much on it because I don't know how much I can say. But, he has a cop friend. Which is also fucking scary. So, as the police officer is there, right? He's at my house taking my statement, everything like that. Taking the messages that he's been calling me, even though there's a no contact order, a restraining order, blah, blah, blah. The cop friend, calls the cop that's there with me. So I guess, he had had his cop friend call, because the cop called him and said, you've been contacting her, which I don't know why he fucking did it instead of just going to get him. But he called M and said, oh, you've been contacting her, either you turn yourself in or we're gonna come pick you up. So M has his cop friend call the cop, and I'm saying, he didn't put it on speaker, but I can hear it through the phone, and the cop is trying to get M out of it. Like, that's why he never in fucking trouble for nothing he does. I hear the cop friend saying, oh, it's fine, like, it's nothing like that. They go through this all the time, blah, blah, blah. Like, go through this all the time? Like, isn't that like a flag? Like, go through this all the time. The crazy thing is, I have even called that cop friend, his cop friend, I have even called him, and I told him, I'm like, I want to leave him. I literally have talked to him, and I told him, I called him one day when M was gone. I'm like, I want to leave him. Like, he told me he keep me hostage. He won't let me leave. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to escape. Like, what do I do? And this cop friend told me, he was like, just stack your money, until you have enough money to escape. That same cop friend that I told him that. I talked to him about that. That's the advice that he gave me. For him to call the cop on the phone, knowing that I even talked to you and told you how in fear I am and how he's making me be with him. The cop friend has the nerve to tell the cop on the phone, oh, it's nothing. Like, just because M is his friend. He said, oh, it's nothing. They go through this all the time. Like, it's nothing when you know that I'm in fear. Like, that that I've been forced to be with him. Anyway. So, hold on. Anyway, fast forward. He goes to jail, gets out of jail like a day or two, something like that. Now, he gets out of jail basically right away. I forgot how long, don't make me lie, but he gets out of jail super fucking fast. Again, my fucking heart dropped to my stomach. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna come back for me. He's gonna be even more mad now. He came back for me. He started calling me and shit right after he got out, blah, blah, blah. First he was smart this time. He was calling me from like fake numbers and shit, texting me from fake numbers, making fake TikTok accounts, texting me and shit. So I'm like, he's not gonna stop. He's probably fucking outside. I was even scared to walk outside. So I'm like, fuck, like, I'm never gonna be rid of him. Like, I'm never gonna be free. So, then he started having, people contact me, like, I forgot who it was, like a lawyer or somebody contacted me. Somebody, like, high up contacted me basically saying, oh, M is requesting, 50-50 custody with the baby, blah, 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 you guys are gonna have to do, basically, he was trying to get 50-50 custody with my baby, and that is my fucking worst fear, because, like, it's about me. Like, it's not about her. Like, it's not because he wanted to see her or nothing. Like, he was using that to get to me. He didn't give a fuck about seeing her. Whenever we were together, like, he was just focused on me, not her. He just used her to get to me. So that was my worst fucking fear. I'm like, this nigga, like, he want me so bad. Like, the fact that I'm not with him, like, I feel like he would fucking, like, either probably fucking hurt my baby, like, just to get back at me, or fucking take my baby to Haiti and, run away with her and never let me see her again. Like, those are my fears. So I told the lady, the prosecutor lady, I told her, I was like, I would rather fucking be with him before I let him be alone with my baby. I told her straight like that. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna let him be alone with my baby. I would rather spend the rest of my life being with him before I let that happen. And hold on. Yeah, so once that happened, I started being nice to him. Like, so he wouldn't try to, take 50-50 and be alone with my baby. Like, I didn't trust that shit at all. And for those of y'all who don't know, my biological dad, me, so that's a fear that is always in my fucking brain. Like, oh my God, like, that's a fear that's always in my brain. So that was obviously always in my brain too. Like he could try to fucking do that, knowing how traumatized I already am. Like, oh my God, like that was just, I was just terrified. So I started being nice to him when that was brought up. I'm like, bitch, let me play nice. I told my mom, I was like, I gotta play nice. Like I can't, I can't risk that. So yeah, I started playing nice, whatever. Still telling him, once, he started back. Okay, there you go. I started letting him FaceTime with her, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? As soon as he got on FaceTime, the first thing this nigga said to me, mind you, I got her in the camera. He's saying, hi, oh, hi, blah, blah. Yeah, so I got her in the camera, and not myself, only her in the camera. And she's like, oh, hi, baby, blah, blah, blah. And then he had talked to her for like a minute, and then be like, put your mom on the phone. And I'm just ignoring him, pretend like I don't hear. And then he's like, Day, I love you. Like, come on, please take me back, talking to me. And I'm just like, fuck. Like, I knew what this was about. Like, I already knew that, obviously. But I knew he just was using this to try to fucking get me. So, yeah, he just went to saying, oh, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be together. Like, like you just talk to her, like, y'all could spend time, whatever, like, but I don't want to be together. Like, we could just co-parent great. So, he just wouldn't stop. He just kept going, like, whatever. So, I'm playing nice, blah, blah, blah. So the whole time I'm telling him, like, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm still letting him see her, letting him FaceTime her, shit like that. The stipulations, in the thing, it said, he's allowed to contact me only for her. If he contacts me for anything about me or anything like that, that's a violation of his probation. So, he was already violating by telling me he loves me and want to be with me, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Okay, so for a while, he started doing right. He started, just only, asking about her, blah, 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 because I told him, I was like, if you keep doing that, I'm just not going to answer, and I'm just going to, risk you taking me to court, blah, blah, blah. Which I was scared to risk that, obviously, because I know, I already talked to lawyers and shit, and they don't give a fuck that he's not biologically her dad. Legally, just because he's her dad legally, he has rights. So, he started acting right. He's like, okay, whatever, he stopped. So, which I found out later was a trick. Oh, I don't feel good. Alright, I don't remember what part I left out on, but I'm gonna just keep going. So, yeah, everything's going fine, he's asking about my baby, everything's going good. So I'm like, oh my God, like, he really is, like, leaving me alone. Like, I was so happy. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Like, you answered my prayers. I was literally just thanking God. So, I'm like, okay, he's not gonna have to take her alone. She's not gonna have to be alone with him. This is working, whatever. So, they're talking on FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. And then he went to start blowing me up. He's blowing me up, at nighttime and shit, trying to make sure I'm not doing nothing. I could tell the times he's calling. So when he would call me at like 12, 1 a.m., I'm not answering because, bitch, my baby is asleep. Why would I answer? So that's when he went to fucking getting on his shit. I'm like, fuck. That's when he's like, oh, why you not answering the phone? I'm not calling for you. I'm like, she's asleep. And he's like, and like, I watch her sleep. I'm like, no, like, she don't have a phone. This is my phone. Like, he went to tripping and shit, whatever. So, obviously, it did eventually get to the point where he's threatening me again. I'm just like, you know what, like, this not gonna work. I see what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. That's when he went to saying, like, you really think I was gonna let you go? He went to, like, talking like that. He was like, you really think I was gonna let you go? Like, I was just saying that. I was just giving you time. I'm like, giving me time for what? To come to your senses? To come to my senses? to come to my senses, like, to change my mind about the fact that I don't love you and I don't want to be with you. So, you know what comes next after that? You know, the threats, you know, all the crazy shit. Just the fear. You know, he went to saying, like, he went to talking about my ex, the one who, you know, I was in love with for years, like, really my first love. He's like, you know, I bet you fucking with that nigga, you know, if I find out that you fucking with that nigga, you know, both of y'all, I'm unaliving both of y'all, whatever. And then he was saying shit like, ain't no way that I'm allowing you to fuck with anybody. Little do you know, I've been sitting outside, and I swear to God, I'm like, why are you lying? Swear to God, y'all, swear to God. This nigga said, hold on. I swear to God. He said, hold on. Hung up the phone. Immediately faced. Sorry, y'all, my grandma was calling. But this nigga said, hold on. Hung up the phone. Immediately called me on the FaceTime, Facebook Messenger. Swear to God, y'all, this nigga called me on Facebook Messenger. I answered the phone. He's doing this with the phone. Y'all know what that means. He's showing me the outside. Like, he's showing me the apartment. And it was dark outside, so first I'm looking like, what are you showing me? Then he pointed the phone towards my car. God strike me dead if I'm lying. He points the fucking phone towards my car. I don't even know how long he's been sitting out there. Just sitting. So, when that happens, I immediately do the same thing I always do. Pretending like I wasn't scared. Pretending like I wasn't scared. Pretending like I wasn't fazed. I just shrugged it off. I was like, oh wow. Like, inside my body, I was shivering. On the outside, I was like, wow, you're crazy. Like, in like a funny way. Because I didn't know what he was there for. I didn't know what he was going to do to me. Like, you okay? Uh-oh. It's okay. Let me clean it up. But I don't know. I just did the same thing I always do. I was like, oh wow, just played it off like it was funny. More? Okay, mommy, open it. Hold on. Here. So then began, you know, the whole shit all over again. You know, playing it cool, whatever. He's like, you know, you're not gonna be with nobody else. Like, you know, if you're not gonna be with me, you're not gonna be with nobody else. And then, you know, he was like, I'd rather you than to see with anybody else. And then he always like saying, as long as I love you, you're gonna be with me. Saying that as long as he loves me, I have to be with him. So, you know, I reasoned with him. I said, I don't want to be with you, but we could try dating. You know, I said that so I could have time to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. So, yeah, I was like, I don't want to be with you, but we could try dating. So, in that meantime, I was writing, ICE, the deportation place. They have so many emails and messages from me. Like, during that time, I was, even now, you know, but especially during that time, you know, I was emailing them. You know, I was talking to the prosecutor, asking her, you know, what does she think I should do? You know, I was calling lawyers. I don't have money to hire one, but I was calling them, like, asking them for advice. I was just, don't pour it out, princess. All done? So, yeah. So we getting close to the ending, y'all. Okay, so keep in mind, y'all, the no contact order specifically says he's not supposed to, he can contact me, but only for my baby. That he's not allowed to contact me for me. He's not allowed to flirt with me, blah, blah, blah. Those were the stipulations. But I will be a fucking fool if I were to report that. Just like I reported it last time that he was contacting me. He went to jail for a few days and got right the fuck out and was even more mad. So I would have been a fucking fool to report that. Oh, he's contacting me about me, saying he loved me. I told it to the prosecutor lady, obviously. But I wasn't gonna fucking report it to the cops. And then he go to jail for a few days and then be even more fucking pissed off. Fuck no. That was dumb as hell. So I was just stacking evidence, just stacking. Yeah, I don't know how long I've been stacking evidence. Yeah, so at this point, I'm playing it nice, letting him talk to the baby, playing it cool, not in a relationship with him knowing, okay, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, but, we could try dating, we could be cool. So, it got to a point where it's just like, fuck, I can't keep going through this. Like, I can't keep living in fear. Like, I can't keep being forced to, like, do this and do that. So, I just got so tired. Like, I got so tired of just living in fear. Like, just not being in control of my own self. Like, not being able to date somebody if I want to. Not being able to go on a date if I want to because I'm being stalked and watched and controlled. Whatever. So, it's, mind you, at this time I'm staying with my mom. So, he's, always asking, can we move in together? Just before I got my new place. He's like, can we move in together? Like, I'm gonna get us a place. No, princess. No, let mama see that. He's like, I'm gonna get us a place. It's not, and I'm like, no, like, if I don't want to be in a relationship, like, what makes you think that I want to move in together? I'm telling him shit like that. So, I'm still playing it cool, whatever. He's playing it cool, being nice, as long as I don't tell him flat out, you have no chance in hell with me. He's playing it cool. Be careful, baby. So, yeah, as long as I don't say, I don't want to be with you, you have no chance, whatever, there's no evil, there's no beatings, there's no spinning, there's no lies, there's nothing. So, I moved. I found a place, and, oh God, I was so happy, whatever. So, yeah, found a place, whatever. So I have to get my baby's tablet. This is a question that everybody is probably glad I'm to this part now because so many people are asking the same question. So I'm gonna find my baby's tablet. The question obviously is, everybody's asking, how did he find out where you live? And I see a whole bunch of 304s in the comments saying, oh, she gave it to him. Like, who the fuck are y'all to just make up a fucking story on me? Like, what in your brain made you just say that like you know me? Like you just know what happened? Why the fuck would I do? Why the fuck would I tell him where I live at? Like, if I'm going through all of this, who the fuck in their right mind that is in fear of somebody would tell them, like, why the fuck would I tell them where I live at? Are you fucking dumb? God, I hope TikTok don't do this video because I took so much time out making it, so I hope this one don't get deleted. Because I just talk shit on this one. I don't feel good. But hold on, let me find my baby tablet. And the video contains a lot of curse words, so I hope TikTok let me even show y'all this. But basically, it's a recording of. Let me tell y'all the backstory of how I found out that he found out my address. So you know how when you go on Google to search something up, and at the top right it says S or A or whatever the fuck the beginning of your email starts with. It says, Princess, be careful. Whatever the beginning of your email or your name starts with, it has that up there at the top right. So I don't remember why. It was obviously God, but I don't remember why my thing was why I was signing out of that Gmail to go into another Gmail. It was something, I forgot what it was, but I needed to go in a different email. I think that one was signed out or something, whatever it was. So I clicked on the top right one, and then I clicked, I just clicked on the first, because I have so many emails, so I just clicked on the first one there, not reading in nothing, just clicked on the first email there, and then went back to the Google search bar, and I clicked on the search bar to type in something. And when I clicked on the search bar, I see, I'm not going to give y'all the first four digits of my address, but let's just make up some numbers just to paint the picture. So I click on the search bar, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4. Those four numbers are the first four of my address, but not in real life, but y'all get it. So the search bar, I click on the search bar, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4 in Sunrise, Florida. 1, 2, 3, 4 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 1, 2, 3, 4 in Tamarack, Florida. It just kept going on like that. And I'm like, I know I didn't fucking type in all my address this many times, searching it in every different city. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I go click at the right, and then it says his email. So that was his email in his search history. So I'm like, this nigga done figured out the first four digits of my fucking address. So I'm thinking, I'm pissed, like I'm freaking out. I'm about to cry, I'm about to throw up, I'm nervous, I'm looking outside. Bitch, I'm freaking the fuck out. So first thing I do, as always, I call my grandma. And I'm like, Grandma, I told her the story. I'm like, this nigga done figured out my address. Like, how is that possible? I'm asking my grandma. I'm freaking the fuck out. So, she's like, I don't know, whatever. So I end up, I called him. I go to fucking snapping. I'm like, hello? Y'all will hear it. That's the recording on the tablet. But in case, because there's so much graphic curse words in there that I'm saying, I don't know if TikTok will let me post it, but I'll try to post it. But I recorded it. Remember I told you I was stacking evidence. So I recorded that too on my baby's tablet. I called him off my phone. I'm recording on my baby's tablet, and I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to find my address? How the fuck did you get my address? I'm just snapping. So I don't remember what the fuck he was saying. He was just making some type of excuse. I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to find my address? Why are you coming to my house? Like, I told you I don't want you at my house. Like, I told you, blah, blah, blah. This and that and this. So he's like, I wasn't going to come there. So I'm like, so what the fuck you trying to find my address for then if he wasn't going to come there? And he said some dumb shit. I forgot what he said, but he made some dumbass excuse as to why he wanted the address or something. Obviously, it's the stalk, which I said on there. I'm like, you just want to fucking stalk me, this and that and this. That's what's on the recording. But hold on, let me find the tablet so I can play it for y'all. Hopefully, TikTok let me play it. Where your tablet at, baby? Can mommy see your tablet? All right, y'all. I got the video for my baby's tablet. Hold on. Hopefully TikTok don't delete it.
So if you wasn't trying to come here, why were you trying to figure out the address on Google? I'm confused. I don't get it. I don't get it. Explain that, please. Get back, baby. Get back. Get back. Go with him. You said what? I don't get it. What the fuck are you saying? I don't get it. What are you saying? I didn't tell you to come, so you wasn't gonna come? So I'm confused. So if that's the case, then why are you typing multiple entries in fucking Google trying to figure out the address if you wasn't gonna come? So you were just wanting to figure out the address just to keep it in your phone. What?
Okay, y'all. So, yeah, that's that. He's saying a whole bunch of fucking nonsense. But yeah, that's how he figured out my address. So I didn't even tell y'all how he figured out, but that's the recording of, the day I figured out he figured out my address. So I ended up asking him, how the fuck did he figure out my address? Nicely, playing nice again. I asked him, how the fuck did you figure out my address? He said he called all the internet companies to see which internet I have. He typed in my phone number. He called every internet company and typed in my phone number. So then when he called my internet company and typed in my phone number, if you call your internet company, if you have the same one I do, if you call Xfinity, I think I have Xfinity. Yeah, if you call Xfinity and you type in your phone number, it's going to say, are you calling about the address that begins in blank, 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 blank? That's how he found out my address. So he took that blank, 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 blank. Mind you, I had just moved in 2 days ago? Prior to this happening? A few days ago, prior to this happening. I forgot however long, I don't want to lie. But I had just moved in. So he took that blank, 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 blank that he got from Xfinity. And then that's where the part come in that I told y'all a minute ago about him typing it into Google. And then he ended up typing in blank, 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 apartments for rent in blank, blank. Voila. Went riding around, see my car outside. Been stalking since then. But yeah, to all the people that said, oh, you gave him your address, what do you have to say about that video now? I wasn't gonna just post it just because y'all were saying that, because I don't have shit to prove to nobody. I'm only posting it now because I'm telling the story. But yeah, so y'all know the rest from behind that. He figured out my address, went to, doing his stalking, whatever. I didn't know, I didn't even know, I don't know, when he figured it out, to be honest. I have to go back and look at the day that I found out that he found out. I have to look at how long I was in this apartment by that time. 'Cause I don't remember if it was 2 days, a week, 2 weeks. I don't even know. I don't want to lie. But obviously I haven't even been here for a month yet. So, obviously it couldn't have been that long. But I have to go back and look to see, how long I was here by then. But I don't know when he fucking figured out. I don't know how long he was. Why are you hitting me? Did I tell you don't hit mama? Say sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you. But, yeah. But yeah, so, y'all know the rest after that. So yeah, that's the whole story leading up to everything that happened. I hope I didn't miss out anything because my brain goes from here to here to here to here. But, I don't know. But yeah, for everybody who's asking, yes, he's still in jail. I pray to God that he stays there this time. But next time, when I move, I'm going to be smart. Now, he taught me something by his stalking this time. I'm not going to put anything in my name. Because if there wasn't anything in my name, he wouldn't have found me. Because the only person that I really talk to is my grandma, and she's the only person that comes over. She comes over only sometimes. So he's not going to find me from her, and she's not stupid enough to trail him here, But now that I know he got it from the internet company, there's nothing in my next apartment that I'm going to be putting in my name. Because that's the way he found me this time. He's not no super fucking science geek that could do all this. He found me from a freaking internet company. So next time I'm going to be smarter about it. But hopefully he stays, he stays, in jail this time. Hopefully. They didn't give him a bond. So I know he's not going to stay in there forever, obviously. I know he'll get out, but, I still have time to move because he doesn't have a bond right now. So that's good news. But I hope I didn't confuse y'all from going back and forth and back and forth. I hate the way my brain works, but it just works like that. I'm so sorry. But sorry again for all the long videos. There's so many parts to this video. I'm sorry about that too. Y'all could speed through it if y'all like. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think that was everything. I'm trying to think if there was any frequently asked questions that I'm missing. Let me think. Hold on. Oh, somebody asked why I didn't, unalive him. Was he was here, being that I have a gun. My baby was too close in proximity. I wouldn't have risked that. She was too close, like, in proximity. I wouldn't, like, there's no way I could have, like, I know I wasn't gonna chance it. What else? I'm not answering any rude questions, so y'all could just throw it out of the window. But I'm trying to think of any frequently asked nice questions. Hold on. Oh, and I answered this in the prior videos, but in case y'all don't know, I'll answer it again. People are asking if that's her dad. Biologically, no. Legally, yes. Her father passed away when she was 7 months old. M, which is my ex, now is legally her dad. He was caring for her, after her dad died. So, that's a mistake on my part that I have to fucking try to figure out how to remove. But, legally, he's her dad, but not biologically. She has a father. His name is Eddie. He passed away when she was 7 months. He was a great, wonderful father to her before he passed. Amazing father. Nothing bad to say. Let me think of some more questions. I think that's it. Nobody of substance has asked any good questions. The only people that are asking questions are the pick-me women and the DL men. So, I think that's it. But, alright, y'all. Bye.